Good morning, students. In this video lesson, we will discuss about power in an AC circuit and transformer. So let us continue our discussion in alternating current with topic power in an AC circuit. Now we know that power is equal to V into I. But here in case of alternating current, the value of current and EMF is changing continuously, as well as the relationship between current and voltage is not same across the different circuit elements. So what we do, we first find out the expression for power consumed in an AC circuit by considering a general value of phase difference between EMF and voltage. So let E is equal to E naught sine omega t and I is equal to I naught sine omega t plus phi represents the instantaneous value of EMF and instantaneous value of alternating current. So here phi is the phase angle between the EMF and current leads phase angle current leads EMF by phase angle phi. Now, though the value of alternating EMF and current is changing continuously, let it remains constant for a very small interval of time, say dt. Then electrical energy consumed in time dt is equal to EI dt. Work and energy both are equivalent, and work is equal to charge into potential difference. I dt is the charge and E is the potential difference. So charge into potential difference will give you the work done. Substituting the value and simplifying, here we have used trigonometric formula. Sin square omega t is equal to 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2, and in here we have multiplied. If you multiply and divide it by 2 and then 2 sin a cos b is equal to 2 sin a cos a is equal to sin 2a. So these two trigonometric formula has been used here, and so finally we get the value of d omega as itna. Now total amount of electrical energy consumed in time t will be obtained by integrating the above equation over the time period. Right, now integral cos 2 omega t dt over time period t is equal to 0, and sin 2 omega t dt integrated over complete time period is equal to 0. This you can do the integration and check this. So we did not show here that these two things are equal to 0. So omega is equal to E naught I naught by 2 cos phi into t. Now average power consumed in AC circuit is given as rate at which energy is consumed, so W by T. So finally we get E naught by root 2 I naught by root 2 into cos phi, EV IV into cos phi. So cos phi is known as power factor, and the product of EV and IV is known as apparent power, and P average is known as true power. So this gives us the expression for power consumed in an AC circuit. Now AC circuit containing resistance only, the phase angle is 0, phi is 0, so cos phi, that is cos 0 is 1, so power consumed is EV into IV. Now AC circuit containing L only, as voltage leads current by phase angle pi by 2, hence phi is equal to minus pi by 2. In case of inductor, voltage lead currents by phase angle pi by 2. So here phi is equal to minus pi by 2. So finally we get average power consumed is equal to 0. And in the case of capacitance also, phase angle is pi by 2. So average power consumed is 0. And in case of LCR series circuit, we will put the value of cos phi. So in this way we can find out the expression for average power consumed in an AC circuit containing different circuit elements. Now there is one topic known as wattless current. See here, EV and IV are the values of EMF and current, and phi is the angle between phase angle between current and voltage. So resolving IV into its rectangular component, IV cos theta and IV sin phi. In case of power consumed by IV cos phi component of AC, so EV and IV cos phi both are in the same direction, so phi is 0. So phase angle between EV and IV cos phi is 0 and cos 0 is 1. So average power is EV, value of current, IV cos phi, value of current, and cos 0. 0 is the phase angle between these two. So average power consumed is EV, IV cos phi, and average power consumed by IV sin phi component of AC, average power consumed is 0. Here angle is 90 degree. So the IV sin component does not contribute to consumption of power in an AC circuit. Hence it is called ideal or wattless current of AC. Next topic is transformer. Transformer, it is a device which is used for converting low alternating voltage high current into high alternating voltage low current. It works on the principle of mutual induction. When two coils are inductively coupled and when current or magnetic flux is changed through one of the two coils, then induced EMF is produced in the other coil. This is the principle on which transformer works. Now transformer is again of two types, a step up transformer and a step down transformer. In case of a step up transformer, alternating voltage to be altered, NS is greater than NP, and in case of a step down transformer, NS is less than NP. Now the alternating voltage to be altered is fed into one of the coil, and the coil to which alternating EMF to be changed is fed is known as primary coil. As input voltage is changing so the magnetic flux across primary coil will also keeps on changing. This changing magnetic flux is communicated to the secondary coil through the soft iron core and hence produces alternating EMF across the secondary coil due to this changing magnetic flux. Therefore, the magnetic flux linked with the two coils is proportional to the number of turns. So phi S is directly proportional to Ns and phi P is directly proportional to Np, where Ns and Np are the number of turns in secondary and primary coil. Phi S and phi P is the flux linked with the secondary and primary coil. Differentiating this equation 1, we get d phi S by dt is equal to Ns by Np into d phi P by d. Now according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, E is equal to d phi by dt. So ES is equal to minus d phi S by dt and EP is equal to minus d phi P by dt. ES and EP are the induced EMF that is produced across the coil. So substituting the value in the above expression, we get ES is equal to Ns by Np into EP, or ES by EP is equal to Ns by EP. So ES is equal to K times EP, where Ns by Np is equal to K is called transformer ratio. If there is no loss of power, then instantaneous output power is equal to instantaneous input power. In a step-up transformer, ES is greater than EP. Therefore, it follows that IS is less than IP. That is, it increases the value of voltage by decreasing the current. Similarly, a step-down transformer decreases voltage by increasing current. So, in transformer, no energy, neither it creates or destroys electrical energy. It simply transforms the voltage and current obeying the law of conservation of energy. Now, in case of transformer, the core over which the two primary and secondary coils are wrapped are made of laminated iron core. Means each layer of sheet is coated with varnish before making a stack by placing one over the other. And this is the meaning of laminated iron core. Why we do it? So that the eddy current that is produced in one sheet due to changing magnetic flux must not get added with the eddy current that is produced in the another sheet. So the value of eddy current will be confined to a single sheet only, and since the sheet is very thin, so resistance will be very high, so the value of eddy current will be very less. So in this way, very less amount of heat will be produced across it and coil will be saved from getting damaged or getting burnt. Now, use of transformer for long distance transmission of electrical energy. Electric power is transmitted to long distances using transmission wires. The resistance of the wire is large. Due to heating effect of current, H is equal to I square RT, a considerable amount of electrical energy goes wasted in the form of heat energy during its transmission. This could be minimized if same is done at very high voltage. When voltage is very high, current becomes very low, due to which very less amount of electrical power goes waste in the form of heat during transmission. To understand it, let us take an example. Suppose a power of 22,000 watt is to be transmitted from one point to another, and this transmission, if it is made at 220 volt, then see how much heat energy will be produced. So P is equal to V into I. From here I is equal to P by V, so we get the value of current as 100. And if R is the resistance of the wire, then heat produced is I square R. This much amount of electrical energy goes waste per second, that is 10,000 R. And if the same energy is transmitted at 22,000 volt, then current P is equal to V into I. So I is 1 ampere. Power dissipated, the electrical energy gets consumed per second, or I square R. So it is simply R, 10,000 R in the first case and R in the second case. So you can see that there is a drastic fall in the loss of electrical energy consumed during transmission from one place to another if we do it at very high voltage. Therefore, we conclude that if transmission of electrical energy is done at high voltage, the dissipation of energy is much reduced. Thank you for watching.